In the far reaches of the galaxy, a coalition of advanced civilizations known as the Galactic Concord presided over the affairs of the stars. For millennia, they had united under a single guiding principle: only the strongest, wisest, and most adaptable species deserved a seat at their table. To determine worthiness, they devised a challenge, a test said to embody the very essence of survival, morality, and ingenuity. It was a rite of passage, but it wasn't designed to be fair. The test was a simulation unlike any other. It could create hyperrealistic scenarios, environments, and dilemmas tailored to exploit the weaknesses of each species. The goal was to overcome impossible odds, but most who entered found only despair. Ancient records told stories of proud civilizations broken, their brightest minds crumbling under pressure, their strongest warriors reduced to helplessness. Empires that had spanned thousands of years fell silent after their failures. The rules of the test were simple: survive, adapt, and prove you could endure the unimaginable. The specifics of each challenge changed with every species, but the outcome rarely did. Out of the thousands who had tried, none had succeeded. It wasn't just a test of strength or intellect, it was a crucible meant to forge or destroy. And so far, it had only destroyed. When humanity was discovered, the Concord was intrigued. Earth was classified as a death world, a term reserved for planets considered too hostile for most forms of life. Its gravity was oppressive, its weather unpredictable, and its ecosystems teemed with predatory creatures. To the Concord, humans were an anomaly. They had thrived on a world that should have crushed them. But to the Concord's more enlightened members, humanity's success was dismissed as brute survival, not a mark of true advancement. Still, protocol demanded they offer humanity the test. There were whispers among the Concord's elite that humans wouldn't last even a single phase. A species that evolved by trial and error, fumbling its way through wars, famines, and plagues, couldn't possibly withstand the precision and sophistication of the test. The invitation was extended nonetheless, and to the Concord's surprise, humanity accepted almost immediately. There was no grand preparation, no solemn farewell. Humanity approached the test with an attitude that baffled their intergalactic peers. Where other species would spend years studying, training, and rehearsing, the humans simply shrugged. How bad could it be? They joked. To the observers, this cavalier attitude was seen as arrogance or ignorance, but for the humans, it was something else entirely. They didn't see the test as an insurmountable challenge. They saw it as just another obstacle, one more in a long line of hardships they had already overcome. They knew pain, loss, and desperation intimately. They had lived on a planet where survival wasn't guaranteed, where every step forward came at a cost. The test was just another problem to solve, and humans had always been good at solving problems. As humanity prepared to enter, alien observers whispered among themselves, betting on how quickly they would fail. No species had ever passed. Why would this one be any different? As the test progressed, the alien observers could no longer hide their bewilderment. For centuries, they had watched species after species crumble under the relentless challenges, yet here were the humans, not just enduring but thriving. The room buzzed with chatter as diplomats, scientists, and military officials exchanged frantic theories. Some speculated the humans were simply too primitive to grasp the gravity of the challenges. Others whispered that their status as Deathworlders might have granted them a unique advantage. In the test's control chamber, administrators reviewed data with growing unease. Humanity wasn't just surviving the scenarios, they were surpassing them in ways no one had predicted. Simulations that should have caused existential crises were met with creativity and humor. Situations designed to isolate and divide them were turned into opportunities for collaboration. The humans weren't playing the game the way it was intended. They were rewriting the rules entirely. The final phases of the test escalated in intensity. The humans were thrust into a zero-gravity void, surrounded by hostile drones programmed to attack without mercy. The drones were faster, stronger, and outnumbered the humans 10-1. The challenge was clear: survive against an overwhelming force. The aliens watching leaned forward, expecting this to be the moment humanity finally faltered. But the humans didn't see an impossible fight. They saw an opportunity. They quickly adapted to the environment, using the zero-gravity conditions to their advantage. One team member, an engineer, began dismantling a damaged drone mid-combat, repurposing its components to create an improvised EMP device. Another member drew the drone's fire, using their own chaotic movements to confuse the attackers. Within minutes, the humans turned the tide, disabling the swarm and emerging victorious. The room of alien spectators fell silent. This was not how the test was supposed to end. No species had ever overcome the final combat scenario so decisively. And yet, the humans didn't stop there. They took the leftover drone parts, built a makeshift communication device, and used it to broadcast a message back to the test administrators. "We're done playing defense." Got anything harder? The administrators, scrambling to maintain control, initiated the test's ultimate challenge, a scenario designed to force total despair. The humans were placed in a crumbling space station, with no apparent way to escape and a countdown to total destruction. The simulation was crafted to break their will, to make them accept defeat. But humanity didn't give up. They scoured the station for resources, tearing apart walls, repurposing machinery, and inventing solutions on the fly. The situation grew direr as the countdown ticked closer to zero, but instead of panic, the humans doubled down. "We've done worse," one muttered, as the group worked together to jerry-rig an escape shuttle from scraps. When the final seconds ticked away, the humans launched their makeshift vessel just in time. They emerged from the simulation victorious, battered but grinning. The aliens watching were left speechless. Humanity hadn't just passed the test. They had done so with a spirit and tenacity that no one could have anticipated. For the first time, the Galactic Concord was forced to reevaluate everything they thought they knew.